the Berekum Golden City Park. They also understand the assignment. It is 3 points or nothing with Gold Stars breathing down your neck, and Gold Stars are home to Samatex. Salim Adams, one of the most talked about players currently in the Ghana Premier League. Jeff, 11 goals, 8 assists. 1 assist, sorry, 8 MVPs. Salim Adams has really been one of the revelations of the season for Medeama.
No, I mean, look, he's one of the finest, I mean, the best midfielder we have in a country. Look, his intelligence, his vision, his creativity, his ability to tread passes with high level of precision, his understanding of the game, his awareness, his positional sense, and also his conversion of set pieces. I mean, it's incredible. It's good to have such wonderful players we've had in the Premier League. It's good to have
Sports Talk Fun on GSP1 with Sir
I mean,
Martin.
Him playing so well. The call-up is just signing off his excellent performance during the season under review.
Of course, and he has been brilliant for Medeama, and he continues to bid his way into the Black Stars. Mind you, he has been called out by Carlos Queiroz for that team that would be facing Mexico on the 20th.
Okay, yaba ya trasi ye den seminar ba and Wednesday midweek edition. She ye de mamo ye beko Berekum Golden City Park na yakwa kofa match the cracker, match the boom. Ebekwa kofa edi abremene Golden City Park ampaya eja ene betomo e Ghana Premier League match day 30 unse matches no and midweek enti ye furo no enti abekọ Berekum na yakwa kofa ne enti de coaches no e kan ye besa ba isia me de say Martin enko ba bia no mentra ye tie de coaches ne kan ye besa ba
because they are traumatized and emotional trauma, but we need to talk to them and sack them because the league is still ongoing. So there's nothing that we can do unless they have to motivate themselves by the position that we are now.
35 points after 30 games. You are coming up against Medeama, who are also chasing the title. How important is this game to Berekum Chelsea?
Yeah, thank you. I know Medeama have a good team. They have a good coach, and then they are in a good position. And then look at us, where we are now is not good, but we will do our maximum best to win this game so that we can lift ourselves up from where we are now.
With 4 games to go, what is a plan for Berekum Chelsea to survive?
Yeah, the plan is to win all the matches so that we can come in a good position.
And would you say you are confident that this team will not go down?
Never again.
Coach, we wish you the very best.
Thank you very much.
Coach, is the rescheduled match day 30 here against Berekum Chelsea, a team that is battling to survive in the Ghana Premier League? How difficult is this fixture?
No, very difficult, like I said in the pre-match interview, because even though we are leading, and Berekum Chelsea is not a very bad side, and regardless of their position, so definitely it's not going to be easy. But we are here for 3 points.
4 matches to end the season. How are you taking the last 4 games?
No, I mean, like any other game, we have to concentrate more. And like I said, very tough game until the end of season. And the boys are ready. We are all ready to fight to the last.
You've kept a core of the squad that played the last game. What informed that decision?
No, I think we have 4 games to play, and most of them are injury. Most of them are not 100%. So definitely we have to rotate them, and we bring in Kingsley and Kevin Nkrumah and then Fojo and to replace the 2 strikers. So I think it's going to be very good for us.
Now you have just 1 home game to end the season. How big would a win here against Berekum Chelsea be?
I think every win is a win, either here or home. And like I said, we are going game by game. So we concentrate on today and then think about the next one.
Coach, we wish you the very best.
Thank you.
Both Ibrahim Tanko and Samuel Bodo are coming in for the win. For Tanko,
yes, coaches no, and Akasano. And TB from Samati Mufia say, Yanni and then one cost other matches never cost you about body to. I'm on said the name is just Anticotoko no more bonibi, and all restes and say, aha, oh, United for Atrum Wolfum, Tinecrobia. As Anticotoko rest giddy. And yes, and to our friend Samatu with my friend Kate and check Berekum Golden City Park. na yakwakofa live feed no etimi edi abrami so first time you know subscribe no come on etimi edi amano first kama na wa mia subscription so we are now there to notification button no so be ya bibia so betimi akonka etimi edi amaye me dey say Martin enche be ko stadium na chese yakwakofa match no live na yedi abrami na musumo hu se de enema esi eto bedim di wadwen chiraba ebe kenkana kama eso edi ama wadwen chire no de fa me a mekenkana kama mekenkana se de se fata se bia bibia betimi akoso ye etimi edi ama yada match se be koso no eye sei na etie e wo no mo mesre mo Golden City Park no Berekum Chelsea ene Medeama na ebo eno achi no bebi any Gold Stars on FC Samates 1996 enso edi be hwehwe so dendenden eno eye amane ne nsem kakra e wo no ma me de eputu sisie ansa na yakokopie mu e wo Berekum Golden City Park na hwese de ene ma city mesra mo producers no mfa eye na fixtures no mo mfa to screen so na afi ye monitor match day 30 ha that's happening etie e wo enti mesra mo ene say na etie udoni etre all the fixtures na nina ekota to pop ejokono sanso ena asante kotoko enyina okono ne asante kotoko enyina okono ene nti misra mo munti na monhye no nso emfa emame ne momo no mumienye ni say na yenhwe se de niema esiete so that fixtures ne da na meso me da na chese ye keka na ye nyina ye kua no musa na bibia so ekoso kama nti wi na fixtures na mesra mo sei na etie e wo no mo mesra mo nya ne kese kakra na membra kakra na ye hu ni nyina kama enti wo hwɛ sɛ de ade ne tia yes enti say na etie Gold Stars FC Samatus 1996 bebo enche beko Golden City Park dem out of poke and Carolina United so ebo Accra Sports didn't so draw Blacks on 11 wonders and so ebebo and also one man be chem so no hono be huru step papa eje tuato say bibino omo any Dreams FC and airboard Dreams say omuja no aso gidigidi Basika All Stars and so trana na for suja boss park no omoni doma eduana stars oja misremo Basika de no omo bobo baba ya sports stadium facheme can say the media so say wenchi bobo wenchi mumfa ncheme oni eduana stars na ebo asante kotoko no wo game no enya maso out of Lions enso any Nations FC na ebo ye Berekum na kwakofa Golden City Park wa kwakofa Berekum Chelsea any Medeama game no etimi edi abrere from St Martin obetima from KT enko ba bia ye be san ba isia enko ba bia don't go just stay with us ye be san ba isia Medeama St Martin KT and adodo na efrementi Stadium na kwakofa Berekum na kwakofa ibedi no edi abrem sei energy
Media Sports Chaufan. Ewo GSP1. Yeah, say, you know, me listening to Sports Chaufan. Ahoo, Sir Martin. Let me go select.
Chats with the images of Dominic Frimpong. I'm sure this is the site still in mourning, and they must have not recovered fully from that tragic incident that happened on their way from Samra Boy to Berekum. That's Samuel Frimpong, Dominic Frimpong. May his soul continue to rest in peace. Once again, welcome to Berekum at the Golden City Park. My name is Nana Dakwa Jesse, together with Josiah Okokwe. Where your commentators for this game is Chelsea, Medeama. Chelsea are listening to Sports Chaufan. Medeama have their eyes on the prize.
Sir Martin, let me go select.
Good afternoon, Jesse. Like you rightly mentioned, a game of huge significance. Yeah, I think the objective is quite, common for both sides coming into this game. Many of us but then they need to win the remaining games in the GPL if they want to become champions. But for Berekum Chelsea, they just lost one, of their players. They just lost a family member there, and there's a time for them to they just win this one, to keep them in a very, very good position. They want to maintain or even retain their Premier League status. It's a difficult one for them, but then they have the fans right behind them here at the Golden City Park.
It's a make or break for Berekum Chelsea. Sporting their yellow and blue jerseys, dominant yellow colors, and Medeama have turned up in their dominant mauve and yellow here at the Berekum Golden City Park. Familiar faces coming up against each other. Samuel Bodu once coached at Medeama. Benjamin Abedu once played for Medeama. Eric Oforienchi also once played for Medeama. All of them now in the fold of Berekum Chelsea ahead of this afternoon's kickoff. This is the Berekum Chelsea lineup. Unfortunately, there's no Dominic Frimpong, who started in their very last game against Samatex. There's Eric Oforienchi, Mensah at right back, Oxborn and Ewa, Abedu at left back, Atukwe Ihene, Tinedu, and Anane with Seidu and Owusu in a two-man attack for Berekum Chelsea. In that game they played against Samatex, there was Dominic Frimpong, who played in the position Marvin Owusu is occupying now. Then Seidu Faisal played at the expense of Ewa Mensah. All of them not up in the team today, but unfortunately, it is Dominic Frimpong who not in the team and not part of us today. Prince Anani will lead Berekum Chelsea this afternoon as Mubarak Yusuf captains Medeama and lead them into pre-match formalities. Medeama wins the toss. Yusuf gets to choose where Medeama will be playing from. Our referee for today is Dr. Imoro Osman. He's assisted on the lines by Tijani Mohammed and Ernest Akate. Max Hansen is the fourth referee, and our match commissioner is Yakubu Awudu Zang. Samuel
He has there's so much pressure on him at this point. He's a league winner with Accra Hearts of Oak. He has a very, very huge resume as a coach. But the storyline is quite different. The narrative is different with a side like Berekum Chelsea, and he needs to win today if he wants to stay in the league.
Ibrahim Tanko has made a couple of changes to the team that beat Gold Stars 2-0 in Takwa. The backline remained the same with Sulemana, Yusuf, Amu, and Osei. Fojo comes in to replace Fuzi. There's a place for Kingsley Braye ahead of Abdul Salam. And then Kelvin Nkrumah also steps in. And Kelvin Nkrumah is taking the place of Kelvin Obin. What that means is that he decides to go with the wingers, unlike playing with two out-and-out strikers in the previous game against the Bibiani Gold Stars at the TNA on Sunday.
Yeah, that's what you get. Where if you have squad in depth, you have quality on the bench, you can choose to tweak the system at every point in time, and you have the right personnel to match where you're playing. That's where we are seeing. It's not a two-top. It's a typical 4-3-3 where you have Fojo and then Kelvin Nkrumah playing on either side of the wings, and then you have Kingsley Brahe who's just attacking through the middle.
Ibrahim Tanko has become, he's been very sober, even when Medeama goes down. He has a way of trying to lift up his team to drive home the message that it is a 34-game run. Along the way, there could be ups and downs, but the family set their sights on the big prize to win their second Premier League title, Medeama Sporting Club. It's a big day for Samuel Boadu and his Chargers. A win for them will give them some hopes of surviving the top flight.
Yeah, it's the objective now. It's the objective now. They'll still want to remain in the top flight. You can count the number of seasons they've been here. They've been league winners before. We've seen this team, at some point parading the best players you have on the local scene. So standards have dropped, but then it would be so woeful. It would be so disappointing for them to go down. And the mission starts now.
Dr. Imoro Osman whistles for commencement of the game here at the Golden City Park. Tinedu with a long one in for Berekum Chelsea. And then he goes down from the challenge of Mubarak Yusuf. Very first foul of the afternoon, early in the game. Prince Anani, he's going to be the trouble causer. Mubarak Yusuf must beware of him. Tricky, intelligent, and very daring Anani.
And a bit more energetic as well. And the good thing for Berekum Chelsea is the fact that they have the fans right behind them. And you can feel the atmosphere. It's a bit charged now. It's continued to fill to its brim because the fans are still trooping in. But then it was a good move by Chelsea down the left-hand side. And this could be a very, very good opportunity very early on in this game.
Chelsea have a free kick. Referee whistles. Free kick taken away by Felix Che. Augustin Hene with that hit. Mensah. Medeama under early pressure from Berekum Chelsea at the Golden City Park.
It's just a sort of play that puts the fans on their feet. They are already up on their feet, expecting the first goal just to unsettle the nerves of Medeama Sporting Club.
Corner for Chelsea, whipped in by Anani. It's straight to Felix Che. No problems for the Medeama shot stopper.
No, not at all. That's not beating him. In the last 2 minutes, it's all been Berekum Chelsea. It was a lovely whip with a left foot. Beidou from the left side. And just he was expecting someone to get at the end of that. Again, that was just too long for anyone. Already, we've seen that wing play from Berekum Chelsea. Try to use that side. Especially knowing that the fullbacks of the Medeama Sporting Club would love to bomb forward.
Here is Oxbourne for Chelsea. Sends a long one looking for Marvin Owusu. Also flick the ball to Abubakar. Amu Mensah with a foot up. Referee whistles for an infringement against Medeama Sporting Club. It will be interesting to see exactly what decision he arrives at. An indirect free kick, a penalty. Let's see what happens now because clearly there was foot up by Jacob Amu Mensah on Abubakar.
It was clumsy, just look at that, but right on the line. I think you sided with the referee right on the line. And it was very, very clumsy challenge there. You don't move your foot up. Yeah, he moves it up. In that area, you're not supposed to go with the foot. And he does. And you could see Abubakar, he was just calling for it. He knew that challenge would be coming, even though it missed. I think it was just a fair
And it's
call.
interesting, the decision is outside of the box.
Yeah, it was right on the line. Once it's not in the box, it's not a penalty. And I think referee Moro just knew it. He knew it when he whistled for the foul.
Any tension in this game here at the Golden City Park. Medeama have a free kick to defend after Jacob Abu Mensah's foul on Saidu Abubakar. Free kick, Berekum Chelsea.
It's inspirited from them in the first 3 minutes. And all they have to do now is to just put the back ball at the back of the net. At least that could give them some pushing.
Free kick Chelsea. There's Oxbourne, Augustin Hene, all of them right behind it. Now I've seen Benjamin Abedu try to whisper something into the ears of Oxbourne. Free kick Chelsea. Hene steps forward. Augustin Hene bends slow and saved by Che. Marvin Owusu, spectacular. Doesn't yield any results as Mano Mante gets it away from Medeama. The stakes are very much high in this game, Josiah.
It is both sides, but then look at that again. It was Che. He just had his eyes on the ball, and the wall did a perfect job. So he had to bend it around the wall, but Che just going down in time to save that. He mentioned the stakes being high. It's just so high for either side.
Here is Mano Mante. He finds Derek Forjo. He's got Abedi to confront. Forjo is a disappointing cross from Derek Forjo. It ends up out for a goal kick to Berekum Chelsea. We've done 5 minutes at the Golden City Park, and it's already a tense action we're witnessing here.
It would, and we should expect nothing less than the next 84 minutes plus added on time in both halves. It should be, electric blockbuster from both sides, especially seeing the state of Berekum Chelsea now in the drop zone and then also losing the player. It's not really been okay with them, and like I said, that's what they need to do now. You need to win, move away from the danger zone and then put some smiles back on your faces.
Most of the fans here are clad in red headgears, showing they're still mourning their beloved Dominic Frimpong, who was buried in his hometown in Assin a week ago. Here is Oxbourne. Good play. It's a foul just outside the box. Berekum Chelsea have a free kick, and it's the danger man, Prince Anani, causing a lot of problems for the Medeama defense very early in this game, Josiah.
Already, they're making good use of the half spaces. They are bringing, their wingers into the game, and that's Anani, just tears away from Sulemana. You could see that tackle from Jack Basu, but he needs little space to operate. That's what he wants. He just gets that space. But then there was Jack Basu taxing the leg there. Already it looks like it's been Chelsea from the get-go. It's just been them. They've really, really taken the game to
They are
Medeama.
not in a very good place, Berekum Chelsea. They currently lie 16th on the league log, with relegation staring at them in the face. They have 35 points. If those points against Hull United are included, then they go up to 38 points and move away from the relegation zone. But as it stands now, they are 16th and 35 points. Another free kick for Chelsea. Oxbourne is, Augustin Hene is there. It will be Augustin Hene. He swings one straight into the wall. Fojo goes down from the challenge of Samuel Tinedu. Free kick for Medeama.
Yeah. Chelsea, they've made sure that they've cut all supplies to the wingers. That was that ball. It was Tinedu, a bit of a nudge on the back of Fojo, who's dropping deeper now. We've not really seen the fullbacks, Yao Sen, that also Fatal Sulemana, bump forward like they used to.
Fojo. Now Yao Sen. Abedo wins possession for Chelsea. Augustin Hene had to get that one away as Tinedu gets it to Seidu. It's cleared by Amu Mensah. Fojo flicks it on. Well defended by Chelsea. Here is Abedu. Good play from Abedu. Confident play from the winger. Now Jonah Atukwe goes down from the challenge of Yao Sen. Free kick Chelsea.
Yeah, they're taking the game to them now. And it's been so swift from Chelsea. The short passes and to change it of position.
做生意唔夠快，下一秒已經俾人淘汰。
由一間本地初創到連接全世。
Press from Medeama already because of the high energy from Chelsea.
Another free kick for Chelsea. Yao said the culprit once again. This time it's a foul on Jonah Atukwe. Free kick for Berekum Chelsea.
And it's been a story so far. First 10 minutes, the narrative hasn't changed. Chelsea not just fighting for 3 points, but for their Premier League lives as well. It's really been everything. They've done everything right up until this point, and all they have to do now is to find the first goal, which has eluded them. They've created lots of chances already.
Abedu to take the free kick. He swings one in away by Salim Adams. Only as far as Samuel Tinedu. Tinedu swings one to the right-hand side. He's looking for the round of Kofi Mensah. Fatal Sulemana takes possession legitimately for Medeama. Here is Fojo. Now Kelvin Nkrumah down the left-hand side for the Mob in yellow. He's got the pace. And now Nkrumah goes in. He's pulled back. It's a foul for Medeama. He had to take that one for the team.
Yeah, he had to. And that's Kelvin Nkrumah we are talking about. Augustin Hene right behind him. Just have to pull him back. He knew it. He knew it. You just don't give him that space. You do that at your own peril. Just smelled that danger a bit faster and had to pull him back. And I think Imoro so far has been very, very lenient. Flashed a single card. We've seen some high foots up. We've seen a couple lot. think it's really been an entertaining game so far.
It's 10 minutes at the Golden City Park. Chelsea nil, Medeama nil. Outstanding match day 30 fixture here at the Golden City Park. You know, this particular week round of games had to be postponed because of the demise of Dominic Frimpong. And now Chelsea have the advantage. Here is Anane. He's got Sulemana to beat. He's won the throw in Anane.
At this point, you say he's fearless. He's been fearless. He's just taking the game, to the defenders, and that's what defenders do not like. A very tight player who has speed, has pace.
Fatal Sulemana to Kingsley Braye. Here is Braye. He's got Tinedu to beat. Braye still hangs on to possession. Now Kelvin Nkrumah comes into the picture with Salim calling. Salim falls to Mante. Lovely 10 from Mante. Back to Jacob Amu-Mensah. Medeama want to calm down the tempo of the game at this point because it's all been Chelsea in the last 10 minutes. Here is Mubarak Yusuf. Lovely touch by Salim Adams. Tries to pick out Kelvin Nkrumah. Chance for Medeama, and Kelvin Nkrumah puts Medeama in the lead here at the Golden City Park on 11 minutes. It's a Morven Yellow who have jumped into the lead. Brilliant pass from Salim Adams to pick out Kelvin Nkrumah, who just put the ball on the blind side of goalkeeper Eric Oforientry. Medeama's match for the Premier League title is on here at the Golden City Park. It's Chelsea nil, Medeama 1.
Yeah, that's against the run of play. That was just unexpected. It was just a movement of quality. Just one defense touching pass from Salim Adams. The defense just caught flat-footed there. There's no way you're stopping this guy. There's no way you're stopping this chap. Just look at that pace. Just bolts away. And he had enough space to just tuck that away from the reach of Ofori. He's not going to save that. You can see a Mensah right behind him. But then he goes everyone with that pace. But then it's all about that pass from Salim Adams. That was just world class from the midfielder.
Kelvin Nkrumah announcing his presence here at the Golden City Park with the opening goal. How does Chelsea respond? Abubakar to Abedu. Abedu swings in across. Easy catch by Felix Che. He was impeded and referee whistles for an infringement. There was contact from Marvin Owusu on the Medeama goalkeeper. Referee spots the infringement and he whistles for Felix Che to get the needed attention.
He should be fine, Felix Che. And they are just looking for that instant response. Berekum Chelsea, it's all been them from the blast of the whistle. They've done everything right. Bar that moment of brilliance from Salim Adams, who just had to slip that one through it. It was so seamless to Kelvin Nkrumah, who did the damage.
Here is Marvin Owusu for Berekum Chelsea charging forward. He switches to Jonah Atukwe, who has lost possession to Yaose. Yaose clears the ball away. Headed down by Oxbourne for a Medeama throw-in. Medeama have so far scored 14 away goals and considered 11. That Kelvin Nkrumah goal is the 14th of the season away from the TNA for the Morven Yellow. Here comes Salim Adams. Tinedu wins possession. Here is Oxbourne. Tinedu to Michael Ewuah-Mensah. Ewuah-Mensah has the ball now. Abubakar heads it down. Nobody is there for Chelsea. And now Augustin Hene. Abubakar is trying to find Mensah. Referee Imoro Osman flashes the first yellow card of the afternoon to Berekum Chelsea's Augustin Hene.
And there's still some time in this one. And, you'd always expect them to keep their calm. And that was just needless. That was just so needless, from Augustin Hene. And that could slow him down from the remainder of this game. We've not really seen the best out of that partnership between himself and then also Tinedu in the heart of midfield for Berekum Chelsea.
We've just got past the half hour mark, quarter of an hour mark here. 1 goal for Medeama, and Hene gets into the books. The very first yellow card of the afternoon being flashed to the Berekum Chelsea midfielder, Augustin Hene. Amu Mensah has some complaints to referee Moro. He's unhappy about a tackle on him a while ago by Abubakar Saidu.
Yeah, it's not the only one unhappy. It looks like some of Weru is also unhappy. With that yellow card flash to Hene.
Media Sports Chow Fan. GSP 1.
It could be with one of his key midfielders on a yellow card.
Ewa Nkrumah nearly stole possession to his advantage, but he finds Manuel Mante. Here is Fatau. Now Kingsley Braye. Manuel Mante. Fatau. Kelvin Nkrumah loses possession. Tinedu gives it away.
Media Sports Top 5. GSP 1.
So many faulty passes. A lot of attention from both sets of players. They keep losing possession so cheaply. Oxbourne. Now, Ewa Mensah. To Kofi Mensah. Samuel Tinedu. Tries to find Anane. Fatao heads it down for Mante. Here is Kelvin Nkrumah, the goal scorer for Medeama. Mante. So Nkrumah. He goes down. Referee says no foul against Mensah. Here is Abubakar Saidu. Marvin goes down, no foul. Here is Anane, sends in a cross. Jonah Atukwe is lurking. Here is Atukwe, squares one for Saidu Abubakar, and that's the equalizer. Abubakar Saidu.
Sports Chow
Fan
on GSP 1.
The foot hard for this equalizer. They deserve to be back in this game, Chelsea.
Sports Chow Fan.
It is Chelsea 1, Medeama 1. Abubakar Saidu, the goal scorer. Game on at the Golden City Park.
It's game on. They're playing with so much verve and energy at this point. And just look at that bravado with which they just have to control those balls. In the penalty area. The first touch, a player at one, moves a bit away from Abubakar. But he had to improvise. And just look at the number of touches they had. And that was some shambolic defending. No one closing him down. Picks out his teammate at the far post. Does well to get back to Abubakar. The first touch, not pleasant, not so good. But then the improvisation to hit that one beyond Che. Yet, they deserve this equalizer. They've been the better of the two sides from the blast of the whistle. And I think it was a well-worked goal. Sloppy defending, and they pay the price.
Credit to Jonah Atukwe for the calmness and the composure to pick out Abubakar Saidu, whose first touch aided him a second chance of hitting the ball past Felix Che. Is 1-1 at the Golden City Park here in Berekum. It's a foul against Jonah Atukwe on Yawase. 20 minutes here in Berekum. It's 1-1.
You talk
between
about
Chelsea
tempo,
and Medeama.
it's the tempo of the game, and it's quite overwhelming sometimes, especially when you
Sports
see Chelsea on the ascendancy.
on
Medeama
GSP1
play like they played at the
with
TNA a couple of days ago.
KT.
When the big goal starts by 2-0, due to that change in system by Brian Tanko, playing with wide men now and not going through the middle like he did with a 4-4-2 diamond. A lot has changed. They're not holding on to the ball anymore. But with no Medeama, we know the quality they have, in midfield and also in attack.
Here is Fatal Sulemana trying to pick out Mano Mante. Ball is cleared by Iwa Mensah for Medeama throw. Sports effort going wide for a goal kick.
GSP1 with KT.
He stepped up his game in the last couple of God knows Jack.
Media Sports 炒饭，还有 GSP1。
Fuzi Taylor, who is on the bench, he was subbed off in the 2-0 win over Gold Stars last Sunday, and today he's starting from the bench. Fuzi.
And Coach Ibrahim Tanko makes mention of the fact that the 3 games remaining this season, remain so crucial for them, and it's just time for him to manage the minutes with most of his players. Some not really fully fit. And you talk about Fuzi, and he's really had a torrid week headed into this particular game, and it comes as no surprise that he's on the bench today. But certainly he might call upon him if need be.
Well, Adanana for Sujiabo in Bechem. Dreams are up by 1-0 against Bechem United. Here's Ford, goes down. Nkrumah wins the free kick outside of the box on the left-hand side of Medeama's attack. It's a free kick for Medeama.
Yeah, it was just a bad foul to give away. Nkrumah with that tricky play, the nutmeg, and you could see the Chelsea players struggling to get that ball. That was Michael Iwaminta, the culprit there. Well, we're talking about one of the most fearsome attackers, wingers in the league, and that's Kelvin Nkrumah, and I'm not surprised the yellow card was flashed.
Michael Iwaminta, central defender for Berekum Chelsea, second player and a second Chelsea player to get the yellow card. They will be playing with extra caution from now on. Free kick for Medeama. Fatal Sulemana to take it. A rare moment where it's not Salim Adams taking this free kick.
Yeah, perhaps the angle wouldn't be for Salim Adams.
Sulemana swings one into the header in by Amu Mensah, and it goes just over the bar for a goal kick, and Oporientry is furious with Tinedu for not challenging Amu Mensah on that header.
And he blames them for that first goal. He feels they should be doing better. You allow Amu to have a just clean sweep of that one. It was just uncontested. And if that ball had been lowered a bit, that would have been dangerous for them. Could have been the second goal considered in just one half for Chelsea.
Augustin Hene. Abubakar Saidu finds Prince Anani. Here comes Prince Anani. He steps up against Fatal Sulemana. Breaks him down. Free kick for Chelsea.
And he loves those 1v1 situations all the time. He just wants it. And, Fatal Sulemana just can't believe it. But, yeah, I think he gets at the wrong side of Prince Anani. Yeah, the first one was just not the right control. But there he puts his body in his way. And especially when you have the linesman and the referee on the same page, it becomes difficult to argue. At that point, there's no way he could talk himself out of it.
Free kick for Chelsea. Prince Anani and Benjamin Abedu line up to take. Anani has already scored 5 goals in this season's Premier League for Chelsea. By far their brightest spot in the season's league. 25 minutes. Chelsea have a free kick. Prince Anani goes slow. He finds Marvin Owusu. Owusu wants to take on Yawase. Tries the cut back. Salim gets a touch on it. Yawase has got a chance to clear. It's pushed down by Abedu. Good decision by referee Imoro Osman.
And it's all about the energy now for Berekum Chelsea, especially the final third for them. With or without the ball, you just need, to ensure you halt that attack before it moves to, the second third. And there you could see 3 players over there. And I've not seen them press like they are today. Not in any game at all they played here at the Golden City Park all season. They've really been playing with that extra shape, that extra energy, allowing them to win all the 50-50 balls.
Chelsea will have to deal with this knock on Augustin Hene by Kingsley Bryant. Augustin is fine and better now. Mind you, he's already on a yellow card, so I'm not sure he'll be in a retaliatory mood, even if he wants to react after a tackle on him.
I 想皮膚再靚啲，
快手做埋啲嘢去揾班 friend 玩。
做咗媽媽。
Here is Yawase. Gives away possession. Now Jonah Atuke will take advantage. He comes up against Mubarak Yusuf. Marvin Owusu turns to Seydou Abubakar. He shoots and it's blocked by Amu Mensah. Yawase doesn't get his clearance right. Augustin Atuke. Here is Marvin Owusu with the killer that misses the post by inches. Very close for Marvin Owusu to have taken the lead for Chelsea.
Each passing chance, you just hear the scream from the crowd. And for a second, we all thought that had gone in. It was a lovely killer. Just uses that defender as the screen, just bends it around him. And we talk about the energy from Chelsea, and it keeps to be on the rise.
Here comes Jacob Amu Mensah. Now, God knows, Jakasu. He gives the ball away to Abedu, who gets to Tinedu. It's a brilliant turn by Tinedu, and the pass is perfect to Jonah Atuke, who swings to the middle, trying to find a whistle. Powerful header by Amu Mensah. Augustin Hene, cleverly taps one on the right side for Mensah. Back to Augustin Hene. Dinks one, looking for Prince Anane, but the flag goes up for offside against the Chelsea captain.
It's the first time in the game we've seen the offside flag go up. That was against Anane again. It worked their way so perfectly there. Credit the Chelsea attack for putting Medeama, on their toes throughout the game. We've not seen that Medeama defense even rest for a split second. Just try taking the game to them through their wingers and then also their 2 forward men.
Effort blocked by Mante. Now Salim tries to find Brian, but it's a clever header back by Oxbourne to his goalkeeper. Oforienchi, who does want to pick out Abedu with a lovely pass. Now here comes Tinedu. That's some confident play from Tinedu. But he ends up gifting Medeama possession. Now Salim from Nkrumah's pass. Fojo makes the run. Now Derek Fojo. He's got a skill and pace. Kingsley Bryant fails to deal with it. It's cut out well by Marvin Owusu.
Sports Top 5 on GSP1.
Medeama beat Chelsea by 2 goals to 1 in the first round of the league. Salim Adams scored in that game together with Jacob Amu Mensah. Faisal Shaibu was scorer for Chelsea. Here is Prince Anani. Marvin Owusu's effort is blocked by Fatal Sulemana. Abedu controls really well on his chest. Here is Tinedu. Goes for glory from a distance. Flicked away by Amu Mensah for a Chelsea corner.
Well, you ask your question, where has this Chelsea team been all season? You know, with the way they're playing, you wonder how, you know, they kept on losing game after game. And just look at that from a distance. It was Tinedu. There was no chance that you could see that flat Medeama defense, you know, just picking out no one at all. And he just decided to try his luck from that distance. But you would really enjoy Chelsea, you know, with how they've played so far in this game. You know, barring that goal, they considered they barely put a foot wrong.
Jonah Tukwe to take the Berekum Chelsea corner. Atukwe bends one to the far post. Oxbon's header goes outside for a goal kick here at the Golden City Park.
It's just fair to say we've not seen, you know, Chelsea at their best with the free kicks and then also the corner kicks, the set pieces. Not really seen them, you know, threaten Medeama with it.
Seen Chelsea's captain Anani go down after that corner was taken. Jonah Tukwe. We've seen some flashes of brilliance, but he's not really lived up to it. Jonah Tukwe in the opening 32 minutes.
We've not seen much from him. Yeah, the pace, you know, has been used to perfection, but on the right-hand side, we've seen more of Anane, you know, who's really done so well. But you also credit Jonah Tukwe for the assist, you know, to his attacker, who just got them the equalizer.
Berekum Chelsea anticipating early substitutions. I've seen the likes of Richard Osei, Charles Ajiman, Chloe J, all warming up on the sidelines. Here is Mubarak Youssef, turns one in for Kingsley Braye. Salim heads it down. Mensah. Sinedu. The surprising Sinedu simply failed to make the mark at Kotoko, only to find his rhythm and rediscover himself in Berekum with Chelsea.
Yeah, but it doesn't take away his quality as a player. You know, he does what he does on a regular basis, and he does it so well.
Poor pass from Manuel Mante, trying to pick Kelvin and Nkrumah out.
You talk about a change in system, and we've not seen Braye in action quite a lot, especially playing as a low striker, with Salim Adams playing in that hole, seeing him with one assist already to, you know, Kelvin and Nkrumah, but nothing exciting from Braye so far.
Anane, Marvin Owusu, Jonah Tukwe, Bakio Sito, Abedu swings in across. Abubakar goes in with the header, but it's not connecting well. Interception from Fatal Sulemana from that ball by Mensah. Now Medeama will turn defense into attack. Here comes Derek Forjo. He swapped wings with Kelvin and Nkrumah and now playing from the left-hand side. He's up against Oxbourne, swings in across, it's straight to Eric for re-entry.
And that's all they want now, Medeama. They're playing with two wide, you know, players, very, very fast-paced as well. And once Chelsea managed to turn that ball over in the third half, then they expect that quick counter from Medeama Sporting Club. It's been so quick from them. They're not holding on to the ball more. We've seen Chelsea rather dictating the pace and Medeama rather hitting them on the break.
Berekum United have equalized at the Nana for Sujiabo against Dreams FC. It's Berekum United 1, Dreams 1 in another game that can define the relegation battle. Kingsley Braye up against Ewa Mensah. All the way back to Fatal Sulemana.
What y'all say? You know, me listening to Sports Talk Fan. Sir Martin. So me go so late.
Salim beat Tinedu to it, but referee Moro, there was a push on the part of Salim Adams on Samuel Tinedu, and Tinedu gets the advantage.
He's the one controlling affairs in the middle for Chelsea now. So, he feels there wasn't enough in it, but you could see that tagging there, Salim and his teammate Mante right there. You have Tinedu in between them. He's just a good playmaker.
Younger 2-0 up against Vision in Wenchi. Another game that has a big impact on who goes out to division next term.
And it's interesting how most of the games played across the various matches and a huge bearing on who goes down, later in the season, especially the one we have here.
Derek Fojo for Medeama onto the path of Manuel Mante. Back to Fojo. Sulemana wants it and he gets it. Manuel Mante, good 1-2 between Mante and Fojo, but flag goes up for offside against Derek Fojo.
He fails to time his run. Derek Fojo, very, very pacey there. I think the replay suggests otherwise. He's just lightning quick as a winger. Fojo, he can count a handful of defenders who would always want to contest a 1v1 with him.
Yes, certainly that's a foul on Anani. There was a big push on him by Fatal Sulemana. And Fatal has gotten himself injured in the process. So there we go. Just a push on his back and he falls down heavily and awkwardly. Fatal. Chelsea free kick. Henry takes it. Flicked on by Oxbourne. Whacked away by Mante. And that's a clumsy challenge on Ewa Mensah by Kingsley Braye. Referee Dr. Imoro Osman has reached his pocket. It's a yellow card to Kingsley Braye for that challenge on Michael Ewa Mensah.
Quite a lot from Kingsley Braye in the tag, but to give away this foul and then also a yellow card, just look at that. Ewa just attempt to clear that one. Just comes into contact with him.
Braye gets a yellow card for that rash challenge on the Chelsea centre-back. These fans have turned up very impressively this afternoon, knowing very well that their survival chances very much depend on the outcome of this game.
Yeah, you talk about the stakes being high. They understand it. Literally, they know what it means to win in today's game. And like you rightly mentioned, those 3 points in that game against Ahoy will certainly add up to it. But they need the points now. It's imminent. And
Sports Talk Fun on GSP1 with KT. Sport. Sparks Top 5 on GSP1 with KT.
I think to show how to show how important this game is for them as they look for another season. Ball across the line and for Joe.
Sparks Top 5 on GSP1 with KT.
Abusuafo yɛntwe break kakra na yɛnkɔ ɛyɛ ada Venices na yɛhwɛ de wi a nneɛma si ɛtie Young Apostles ahyɛ mmienu ma Vision ntimi ntie Holy Stars ɛnso ɛne Adriana Stars game no biara ntimi nhyɛ bi as the book ne Carora game no so no 0-0 ɛna ɛkɔ out of Lions ɛnso ɛne Nations game no so no so 0-0 ɛno so gu so a ɛkɔ so yɛabɔ 40 minutes 44 to 45 minutes yɛ anesa baby ne Gold Stars ɛnso ne Samatex game no so biara Entimi enche bia Odins Park Golden City Park Medeama asha baako ama Berekum Chelsea so asha baako Berekum United asha baako Dreams FC so asha baako 1-1 ewo Nana Fosu Jabos Park All Blacks Gamba almost asha baako ama 11 Wonders or corrugation no ono so entimi ente 11 Wonders schedule GB pa yes I call Berekum Golden City Park ebesa to so be from St Martin obetima from Kate me so nya subscribe ya na wa subscribe ma kama unya subscribe ya na wa subscribe ma kama ye call Golden City Park ebesa ba bi.
Some 3 minutes away from the break here in Berekum. It's 1-1 between Chelsea and Medeama. Medeama stunned Chelsea with the opening goal by Calvin and Nkrumah, only for Seydou Abubakar to equalize. Here's Calvin and Nkrumah, the Medeama goal scorer. He finds Manuel Mante. Squeezes one for Kingsley Braye. Another bad challenge on Prince Anane. Braye is already on a yellow. Another card will mean Braye is going off. Yeah. I think Imoro might be charitable.
Yeah, he would. Braye already fled the scene, but he's been called back by Imoro, and that's more like a wrestling challenge. Or just look at that. Just wondering what he was just thinking. There was no way he was winning that ball. And just look at that. Just clips him, knowing very well that he's on the yellow card.
And Imoro has been merciful on Kingsley Braye.
When you have the protest from the Chelsea players, asking for that second yellow. Perhaps the frustration with Braye just so obvious now.
Sparks Top 5 on GSP1 with KT.
Here is Jack Basu to Fojo. Now Fatal. Amu Mensah picks out Salim Adams. He's been quiet in the last 8 to 10 minutes. We hit the 45th minute mark and we're doing 2 additional minutes. Chelsea 1, Medeama 1 at the Golden City Park in Berekum. Confirmation of Additional minutes by fourth referee Maxwell Hansen. Here is Mubarak Yusuf. Now Kelvin Nkrumah swings in across, away by Mensah. Now Jakasu. Marvin Owusu gives it away. Nkrumah go all the way back to his goalkeeper, Felix Che. Here is Kelvin Nkrumah, goes past Oxbourne. He's got Yao Se on his right. He goes into the middle and finds Brian. His effort is blocked by Guamen. Jonah Atukwe goes past Sulemana. Here is Jonah Atukwe. Slows down a bit. He wants support, obviously. And he finds it in Mensah. Heavy touch by the right back. Medeama will take over. And it's a free kick. Foul against the Chelsea right back, Mensah.
It's the easiest free kick I've seen the referee give away. You can see the frustration on the part of Sabo Buedu. It was a simple attacking move that could have ended, maybe in a half chance for them.
Media Sports, Chao Fan, GSP 1. Sports Chao Fan on GSP 1 with KT. Sports Chao Fan on GSP 1 with KT. What y'all say? You know, me listening to Sports Chao Fan. Ahoo, Sir Martin.
Me chacha mo me sure say obia ho your fedi kind no aba na wie ye ma me hwe na ma me hwe na me keka results no ma mo tentem na mo hu se de eniema esi fm se ma which ma fm ke first time na wa subscribe no kama etimi edi amaye first na me so wa subscribe no kama etimi edi amaye de tie ene se audio ni kire other lake centers na see NAC half time about a way and as a first 45 minutes no and the young apostles 2 Vision FC and Timmy Antique and Holy Stars 0 Adriana Stars 0 Hearts of Folk 0 Carolina United 0 Heart of Lions 0 Nations FC 0 Babiani Gold Stars 0 Samata 0 Berekum Chess 1 Medeama Sporting Club 1 Beche United 1 Dreams FC 1 Gamba All Blacks 1 11 Wonders 0. These are the results for the first 45 minutes. In team Americana, remember who we are table no AC at first half table no Medeama that's what kind with 57 points. Baby any goes stars toss 2 with 52 points. Or about draw or honor how to book that's what toss me and Sao Babebo about 50 points. It sounds no 49 points. About draw first half and also at the end on Miss Remo. Afi Misremo said the name AC Etienne Samates at also for 48 points. Adriana Stars also 5 with 47 points. Carolina United 6 with 46 points. 46 points. Dreams FC 7 with 44 points. Asante Kotoko at also 8 with 43 points. Yeah. And so AD floor air by next Asante Kotoko. Born your boy bim say pepper ya bani we ya Obabenya 46 points. Not just say Obabet also be 6 Obabet also be 6 Obabeyi Carolina United every honor and so it is and say Obabeyi Carolina United every honor 6th position or All Blacks also 9 with 41 points. Beche United also tell or Rita super Also 10 with 41 points. 11 Holy Stars or 41 points. A Heart of Lions at also 12 with 40 points. Young Apostles started 13 with 39 points. And so Ababet also 13 with 39 points. Nations FC just 14, 39 points. Berekum Chelsea and they all retire all Trifana also 16 with 36 points. All United what job on the ball and so also 17 with 30 points. 11 wonders, they only have 10 points. No, if you try the match, and also the games, who say, yeah, who say, yeah, and then, yeah, you must all got and mammy 10 cities. And no match and no money is capa, who call education because almost started who on match is such Ghana, who match in CCR, no more wordy. Inti, ọmọ huadi nsisi abo nse ọmọ huadi eno so eno no enti yebekọ Berekum Golden City Bank for second 45 minutes no eti abremo nti so far so good say na esi eti next fixtures no ebeye week 30 next fixtures no so All Blacks any Beche United bebo Asante Kotoko no 11 wonder Asante Kotoko besa 3 points. I just say Kotoko 46 plus another 3 49. That is too much is di Kotoko enemy. Obenya 6 points. Ojo wo no as average 11 wonders. Any Asante Kotoko Sunday the next game obebo no. My favorite Chelsea need teams FC bebo. It will go the same stadium, the same Golden City Park and on money Medeama boy. Bichem Bibiani Gold Stars and Bibiani Bajan 3 points. Not just all they are close to gap no. And also they are league, who panya Medeama cry and you. And a Bibiani sha who pop up Baba permutation no. Baba permutation on Tente. Mamma fan a Sunday fixtures no man once. Heart of Lions, Omonista Matters, and about how to poke any Adriana Stars, Accra Sports, the only stars, any Medeama, so everybody now Vision FC, any Carolina United, Abo, and no, and so, and on match, a chat to a Sunday, everybody, Young Apostles, on the Nations FC, and Eddie Bashasha, so then, no, a match day 32, and some, and so, and no, and to share, said the matches, not Carolina, yenye permutation, no. Medeama, meba be permutation. For Medeama chances first. Mr. Unyabotre, na share Medeama chances of winning a Ghana Premier League 2025-2026. Mr. Musei and Medeama, and then I want to chase wabo 1-1. Enti, I also points a crown or the Sudikan, or the Sudikan. Na Odikan with 57 points. So board draw and so board draw now 57 points. Oluso 56 points. Nti say ni ye no Mr. Mo say ni ye no. Medeama matches no. Medeama matches akani. Aka 3 matches. Holy Stars. No about Lions. No about to folk. The last game about Accra Sports today only Accra Sports about. Say no about we are aka 3 matches. Say ne Olusu to Berekum Chelsea say boom. Ne 3 matches na aka no. Holy Stars and Yaman Koye Infama no. Ne won twi e won krom. Nti emfa so kobo draw, memfa draw Emma no e Holy Stars. Now on shout of Lions. Nti wanya 4 points no. No one has to focus na baba e decide and no na e be kire say o win na na so Olusu. Only has to focus na be ye gidigidi e wa Accra Sports Stadium. Or share the Ag League and also or share the Atosu 2. And no yasem kese. Nti show and then my fan draw with Berekum Chelsea. Only Holy Stars my fan draw on your 2 points Only Heart of Lions my fan win on your 3, Baba so on your 5. Only has to focus my fan draw on your 6 points. Nti 4 matches including today's game no. Okura 5 points. 5 points. What the best saw the current points our was here now a year 56. Ever say yeah 56 plus 5. That is about being 61. Inti last number can say Medeama Beji League in the Beji League in 62 or 63 points. 61 points. Ain't mean Ghana Premier League this season. Me who say Medeama, me who say yes, a Medeama ebenya 61 points. Yam fanton chen. We my yama na favor or more. Na so kolusu ba ku say boom. Ene no. Ene na ene no. Mami nko yenkoshe Gold Stars chances. Baby any Gold Stars. Our more chances of winning 2025-26 Ghana Premier League. Ene a must win at the man on Samates. Mr. Muntienio, even though about draw, but mebuku no win, a must win at the man. Oya onim in the matches in the aka. Also, Obon we are aka 3 matches. Obebo Ho United, not just so 3 points or inti, and I 3. Now Sunday waje 3, 6 points. Only Dreams FC a done deal. Obetimako 5 points and now be lose if I so be lose Dreams. No about be we 11 wonders. Who said the matches now can only Dreams FC pay more than because Ho a 3 points a man. 11 wonders a 3 points a man. Only 6 clear points. Say no we near 9 points. 9 points. Sisia or saying Sisia Gold Stars were 51 points. Okay. 51 points now one. Yemfa 51 plus 9. Obenya 60 points. Se koba de say ya one obenya 60 points. Me so yenye enko Berekum. Yenye enko Berekum. Ye besa ba. But to them you know Gold Stars who say the matches na aka na F. Gold Stars matches na aka na me say the F man. Gold Stars yo 51 cc. The matches na aka no most likely say Obenya 9 points. Say ne one sha league no kan obi. And one sha Medeama league no. Say ne one share Samates Medeama league no. She say no share Samates 3 3 6 11 wonders last league match no 3 9. Only Dreams FC onya even draw e be hu di ama Medeama. She say no sha the chance na say ne Medeama elusua to Berekum Chelsea abusuafo ehu di ma Medeama. Gold Stars matches na can a dime deal point. Ho 3 waje. 11 wonders 3 waje. Aka oni Dreams pe. Nti say no shepe. Oni Dreams pe na match. Ya ka bi anya match ma. Say me say o shepe oni Dreams FC match na match. Ya ka bi pe. And only Dreams FC no otimi kofa draw hu di ma Medeama. Na se ne Medeama hye Berekum Chelsea ene metimi de mensa esimebo aka wa fidi kese we say Medeama 2025-2026 Ghana Premier League no maji esi o mona so. Ye bako Berekum ni akwa nchiremu biem asa ba na wo hwe Gold Stars chances ipa dia anu oshi na wo hwe league stands no hwe league table no 57 54 57 54. These are the points. Now here points na eda oni Medeama nchem na Gold Stars beti mama Medeama pressure na won because see first half results in that kan okra na 52 57 5 clear points and a done in term, which is 2 matches on average. Now I got 3 matches. 2 matches on average. Now media magic. Difference no. I got 3 matches on ayebo. That's a Medeama into man. You are not just a Medeama. Now is a obine or mana. Medeama Gold Stars on paper. And she ever called there, but on paper, Medeama is standing favorites. Edison, a year, baby and Gold Stars. But on a rare grounds, Ushe matches a car, baby and Gold Stars matches a car. I mean, mobile, but obey points. Only 11 on there's all mobile obey points. But Medeama has to book a done deal. I just all could trace cackets here. So I'm going to do Satan, we are no more trace go. Who pay gaji? Into Uji league in the swa, Sika obenya easy. Into one has of work game with the house of work body trim papa. Because last game. Has of work baby miana casa, obey miano, has to work baby mia, obey Jenny pa, and obey tria, and a pack a bit tria the all. Almost. Ombe tria for has of work and function, so person shady did Dramania. Ombe Jenny pa. It is all with the matches there, Kazia. Oh, Toa no motosa. Toa, don't ya. Ever so I do it to have see, got a Premier League match day. 80 people. This is 26. Rise morning. Yeah. I know. Me daddy be babechram. Me daddy be bechere mesremu. Mu mame mbreka kra bi wai. Mesremu a mu mame mbreka kra. Me daddy bi babechram. Ansa na yakọ yakọ stadium ni yakọ akọfa game no di abremu. Mesremu mu mame mbreka twa bi wai. Mesremu mfa de we ntoso mame na mbe ya de. Ebe yo music asem ho adwuma. Ha league na ayebon. Eyenye ni say. Mr. Factory say na membra bi. Ha nti ohun league na ayebon. Oh nya botre ade na we say. Ha hwe league na ayebon. De obegini o. Obenya 2 million Ghana cedis. In this kwa kwaji sasika we now ne as a work na ekobo na ohia points on the chair and has enfancho has so toss 3 what you say also be 800 now 2 million 800 difference pa and obaji 200 free mu na has enya 1 billion so that don't know ya yehu iti the akara yenko Berekum bra na mebo oh Roberto so to benya 1 million 1 billion, right? 1 billion. 1 billion Ghana. That's 1 million Ghana. And his kakituan and body sano. The bottles of 3, 800,000 Ghana cedis. And Ubenya the bottles of 4, 750. 5, 700,000 Ghana cedis. 6, 650,000 Ghana cedis. The bottles of 7, 600,000 Ghana cedis. Just antikotoko. Namo kwa namo ba the wole green area now even with transportation petrol and diesel the whole season we travel back maybe as a 14 or 15 away matches in Kwao. Away matches in Kwao. Away 16 or 17, yeah, 17 away games. Now share with diesel transportation. Now over total 7. Oh my God. Asante Kotoko. Now, Baba, yes, is in the time. Now, some young is in the time. Meet me, Triacotoca in country. But, me assure say 2026-27 season, dear. Price money no, or more increase no, really swap. Yeah, co Berekum. Near Quack for second 45 minutes. Messa Bana, I baby the home come up. Midiani say mountain. Yeah, Quack for game no. It's me, Eddie Abraham.
Sports Top 5 on GSP1 with KT. What y'all say? You know, me listening to Sports Talk Fan. Sir Martin.
We'll get a maximum point here at their fortress in Berekum. First goal kick off the second half. Oforientry gets it away for Chelsea. Yalsay to take the throw in. Jack Pasu comes up worse after that collision with Augustine Henny.
Yeah, well, that was the ball in it, just leaping to get to it, but in that process, that left elbow there, I think it just tips, Jack Pasu in the face a bit. So much impact though, but I never know. Well, I think Jack Pasu still remains on the turf.
Last season, Berekum Chelsea had a double over Medeama in the Premier League. They beat them 2-1 in Takwa with goals coming from Vincent Klueje and Patrick Ensu. And Kingsley Braye, who is in this game, scored in that fixture at the TNA. And at the Golden City Park on March the 17th, Chelsea beat Medeama at this venue by 2-1. Guess who scored?
Said the mechanic no. Baby, any go stars. Ashe 2. Sisi or watch 2. Samatas intimate. That just say, though. Because I said, baby, any go stars are raining. And ne. Omunya raining ne. 6 matches, free the moment. Omone Dreams FC pay any match at the moment. You be Messa baby. Yen trust will be
by a one-man son. Here is Salim Adams. Fouled by Abubakar Saidu. Free kick for Medeama.
Yeah, twice he attempted the nutmeg. Second time lucky for Salim Adams. The first one just couldn't go through, but the second one he gets it cleanly. You could see the pull there by the goal scorer.
Berekum Chelsea have a former player of theirs, Kelvin Obin, coming in the game for Medeama. Salam goes in together with Kelvin Obin. They take the places of Derek Forjo and Kingsley Braye respectively. Kelvin Obin had a good time during his spell here in Berekum with Chelsea before joining Adriana, and then subsequently Medeama at the start of the second half of the season.
Yeah, they're still watching this game and they feel there's a chance to bag all maximum point.
Obin was actually injured. He got operated on. It's an awful one from Salim Adams. That's very much unlike Salim.
It's not the range, a bit far away. You could see the proximity between where the ball lied and then also the goalpost. But he scored from even wider ranges. We saw that one in Tema against Vision, where he scored for about 45 yards out.
Kennedy Mensah looking for Seydou Abubakar, and Jacob Amu Mensah is first to the ball. It's a challenge on Salim Adams by Kennedy Mensah, who is unhappy with the referee's call against him.
And referee Moro makes it clear, that outstretched elbow, and sometimes you just can't foul these players. To get that leap you want, you just need to extend it a bit. It's just normal. It's natural. It's a natural reaction. But this time it looks like he attacks Adams, just didn't go in for that ball.
Here is Nkrumah. Five minutes into second half football here at the Golden City Park. Chelsea 1, Medeama 1.
It looks like Medeama, after those two substitutions, they still keep their shape though, with Kelvin Nkrumah playing at the left-hand side, Abdul Salam playing through the middle, and then also Kelvin being to the right-hand side. So it doesn't look like the system has changed. It's just the personnel and how they might be attacking.
Benjamin Abedu. Augustin Hene. Aiming at Marvin Owusu. Headed down by Yaosei. Here is Jonah Atukwe. Now Tinedu loses the ball to Mante. Mante sprinting forward onto the left-hand side. Here comes Kelvin Nkrumah for Medeama. He's up against Michael Ewa-Mensah. Good defending from Ewa-Mensah. Pushed down by Nkrumah. Free kick Chelsea. Clever defending from Michael Ewa-Mensah.
It was soft, and you can see that smile on his face, a bit cheeky there. That force would come from Nkrumah, who just lost the ball, casually there.
Tinedu. Atukwe. Amu Mensah allows Mubarak Yusuf to tidy up after he realized he was a shade late. Now Jonah Atukwe for Chelsea. Look for space. Augustin Hene. Here is Kennedy Mensah, swings in across, chance for Chelsea, and Atukwe has headed over the bar for a goal kick. Big chance for Chelsea to have gone on with the second.
I wondered how he missed that. It was served on the platter for him. He made a perfect run behind that medium defense. He was all alone, but you were wondering the kind of technique he had wanted to head that ball with. It was a lovely, sweet cross onto his path. Just no one marking him at all. He had space, he had time. But just look at that. Again, with the back of his head, I think. Perhaps it would have been 2-1 if that had fallen to Marvin Owusu or even Abubakar.
Some impressive Chelsea display here. Abedu. Marvin Owusu for Chelsea. Looking for the space to drive. Shot blocked by Amu Mensah. Here is Owusu again. Now Jonah Atukwe. Chance for Chelsea. Good defending by Medeama. Fatal Sulemana combining well with his captain to slow down the Chelsea move. And Fatal goes down from the challenge of Kennedy Mensah. Free kick for Medeama.
And they've been left off the hook. That was a sigh of relief for Medeama. It should have been 2-1 now. But it's all Chelsea in the second half. Again, that was a foul, the nutmeg, and now it looks like the Medeama players are having fun. Just saw one from Salim Adams this time, or Suleimana, but it was a big chance for Berekum Chelsea. So far, they've had so many touches in their Medeama box. And again, an important lead eluding them at this point.
Felix Chase delivery. Headed down by Ewa-Mensah. Referee Osmani Moro whistles and decision has gone against Abdul Salam.
Yeah, he had to. A no protest again from the player. He knows what he does. And it was quite an off-the-ball incident.
That's clumsy from Amu Mensah. It's so obvious. It's a silly foul. And he's got himself to blame for that yellow card, Jacob Amu Mensah.
And now he becomes the third Medeama player to go into the referee's books again. A bit clumsy there. Just look at that. Just bumps into the player. And that was Abubakar Adams then. Just look at that.
No danger whatsoever in that area for Amu Mensah to have taken that risk. Very poor challenge that ends in a card. His colleagues are not happy he's taking the card.
Not at all. And together with Yao said, now that makes it 2 of the 4 defenders. And Medeama Kale is now in the referee's book. Said he always talk about how it limits, the flow of some of these players. It doesn't allow them to play like they want to, especially for a defender who would be, launching into tackles and, going for aerial duels and all that. Just one little mistake, and if you don't take care, it could be a send-up for you.
It goes over the bar. Samuel Tinedu's effort.
Again, that's a typical Salim Adams range, but this time, force for Tinedu was not able to make good use of it.
Felix Chate's delivery. Flicked on by Kelvin Obin. Here is Augustin Henne for Chelsea. He's been impressive in that midfield for Chelsea, Augustin Henne. Abeidu looking for Atukwe. Headed down by Mubarak Yusuf. Here is Yaosei. Gets it further away. Salam has beaten Oxbourne to it, but it's some good defending from Michael Mensah.
Yeah, and quickly he swaps positions with Kelvin Obin due to his pace. Something that Kelvin Obin doesn't really have, and is not playing as that number 7 down the right-hand side of attack.
Interesting substitution. Rich Saki, a known central defender, is coming in for God knows Jack Pasu, a box-to-box midfielder. Tanko maybe just want some solidity in the middle of the park and at the back to further strengthen his team.
Yeah, maybe he might not want to alter that 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3 formation, but he could also switch to a 3-back system depending on how the game goes.
Sparkling Top 5 on
Jonah Tukwe. Sulemana makes a mistake. Here is Anane, but Medeama defend well. Salim Adams, too much on that ball for Salam as he rolls to for re-entry. Kennedy Mensah for Chelsea. Now Salim. Lovely ball to Kelvin Nkrumah. He's got the skill, the pace, and the confidence. Here is Nkrumah once again, twisting and turning around Kennedy Mensah. Kelvin Nkrumah tries to set up Salim. Back to Nkrumah. Tinedu for Chelsea. Looking for Marvin Owusu, but Yawase arrives first and allows the ball to roll outside for a throw into Medeama.
Yeah, we've seen Medeama also try the best, to move into those dangerous areas, the third half, through Kelvin Nkrumah. But it's been scrappy sometimes, not so smooth from both teams, and a bit bumpy at times. We saw that pass to Salim Adams where a good first touch would have really set up a golden opportunity for the midfielder.
It's a foul against Fatal Sulemana. Strong challenge on Prince Anane, the Chelsea's keeper.
Yeah, that was the ball again. A replay, you could see it again. Both players are stretching their arms, the elbow towards each other's faces, and you're wondering how it ended up like that. And I think that should have been a foul. And free kick awarded to Medeama. You could see Prince Anani just knowing clearly, Fatal just has that advantage, the height advantage.
Anani not paying attention on that occasion. Dreams FC back in the lead in Bechem. It's 2-1 against Bechem United. Razak Salifu scoring the second for Dreams on the 57th minute. But here at the Golden City Park, it's 60 minutes and it's Chelsea 1, Medeama 1.
That wouldn't be a good result for either side. For Chelsea, they're still in the drop zone. You have Young Apostles in the lead. A couple of teams down there also leading their respective games. And for Medeama, they should be looking at goal stars now.
Atukwe switches to Marvin Owusu. Abedu arrives, sends in a cross. And Abubakar Saidu coming so close for his second on the afternoon. Comes up with a bandage head after that earlier injury.
Yeah, and that's doubtless from the striker. He just wants to go in for that ball. He knows it's a dangerous area. He knows Che has the space covered, but he doesn't care at this point. He just wants to tuck that one in, but it was a lovely cross from the left-hand side by Abedu. Just a bit low. Yeah, he might not just favor using his left foot, but no, at least it was a good try. A fearless one.
Poor control by Prince Anani again.
The last couple of balls to Prince Anani hasn't really been utilized so well. Saw one ball into space he failed, to get onto it. This time another simple ball for him to just control, try to create something, and it's not happened for him.
At the Swedro Sports Stadium, it's All Blacks 3, 11 Wonders 0. Bibiani Gold Stars leading Samatex by 2-0 at the Dance Park in Bibiani. Police Stars leading Adriana 1-0. Young Apostles 2, Vision FC 0. Hearts of Lions 0, Nations FC 1 in Bando. Big surprise.
Yeah, it is a surprise, but if you look at the status quo in recent times, they've dropped crucial points there. Adriana gets 3 points there. You have Medeama getting the win over there as well. Gold Stars getting wins over there.
Matao with clearance, looking for Kelvin Obin. Iwamensa flex it back to Ofori entry.
One thing that's been missing from the game for Medeama has been their press, and it's not really allowed them to win any balls in the offensive third. They've looked flat whenever Chelsea tried to play out from the back.
Mubarak Yusuf to take the Medeama free kick from his own area, sends one into Chelsea territory. Samuel Tinedu's clearance. Fatal traps it down for Kelvin and Nkrumah. Saidu Abubakar Anani with a poor touch. Ball cleared into the box by Fatal. Oxbourne. Tinedu looking for the run of Marvin Owusu. It's cleared by Yao Say. Well controlled by Salim Adams. Now Rich Saki is trying to pick out Ose, but it's clever defending from Kennedy Mensah. Chelsea hand possession to Medeama again. Here is Salim Adams. It's a long one and it's straight to Oforientry.
Yeah, we're seeing most of the action in it now where, it's just like we said, a bit untidy, a bit scrappy. And I don't know if it's down to the nature of the pitch where it becomes a bit bumpy whenever a pass is played.
Medeama now resorting to kicking the ball up high into Chelsea's area.
It's something we don't really see them do, especially when they play at home. But you would say, yeah, maybe Chelsea would also love to play it that way. They are used to the pitch. It makes it easy for them, even though you can see it taking bubbles. It's so easy for them to pass the ball around.
Anani. Augustin Hene. So Prince Anani again. Goes past for Tau. Sends in a cross. Atukwe. Chance for Chelsea. And John Atukwe puts Berekum Chelsea into the lead here at the Golden City Park in Berekum. From a goal down, the Breebies have jumped into the lead. Courtesy Jonah Atukwe. And the fans have found their voices here at the Golden City Park. Wild jubilations. It's Chelsea 2. Medeama 1 on 65 minutes at the Golden City Park.
Breathtaking. Absolutely breathtaking from Chelsea. They're showing so much hunger and desire. They've done everything right in this game. They've gone down. They've leveled up. They've come back to take the lead for the first time in this game. They've just done everything right. And, it's just overwhelming. You can see the stands rocking. And just look at that. Jonah Atukwe, the first start doesn't help him. But then again, he finds some luck. The ball just right behind him. It falls right in front of him. But then it's all the hard work from Anani from the right-hand side. The initial shot being cleared. You can see not being cleared properly. But then he just had to take it for a second time. Just look at that with the left foot down the left-hand side. No chance for Felix Shea saving that. But all credit to Anani.
Good connection by Jonah Atukwe on his left foot. It's a charged atmosphere here at the Golden City Park. They truly needed these fans. That's why they opened the gate free of charge for them to turn up. And they're rewarding them with some display.
Yeah, they have to. You ask yourself, what's money compared to life? They needed that Premier League live. They needed to stay alive in the Premier League. And that to just open the floodgates for all these fans to troop in. And it's paying dividends for them. They wouldn't care what they're losing. What matters most is that they remain in the 2026-27 season.
Free kick for Medeama. Salim Adams line up forward. Salim goes for the shot pass. Plan didn't work out to perfection.
Yeah, I'm sure after the game, Ibrahim Tanko could tell you that that's one of the most difficult away games he's played this season. Nothing seems to be working out for him. It's so difficult now. We saw just one moment of brilliance, and that was when we saw Salim Adams feed Calvin Nkrumah with that delightful pass, and since then, nothing has really gone for them.
Berekum Chelsea have won 9 games at the Golden City Park. Confirmation of Atukwe as the goal scorer. Chelsea have drawn 3 times and only lost 2 times at this venue. And they only lost to Asante Kotoko and Hadzabo, who beat them 2-0. Wayo and Hamza Issa scoring, and Kotoko also beat them 1-0 here. They've gone on to win 9 and drawn 3 times. And now the lead, Medeama, the league leaders, by 2-1 with some 22 minutes to go from the Golden City Park.
It's a deserved lead they have here.
Abedu clears the ball away. Chelsea have won their last 4 home games and drawn 1. What it means is that out of 5, they've won 4 times and drawn once in their last 5 games. They've scored 18 goals at the Golden City Park so far this season and considered just 7 goals at this venue, Chelsea.
And those days famous Golden City Park. You remember the days where they used to play, in the CAF Champions League right on the turf.
Mano Mante with a drive cleared away by Mensah.
It used to be a fortress for them, and today you can feel the stadium back, to life again. You can feel it, every breath being taken, every sound here. I think it's one of the things that's really helped them, to overcome Medeama at this point.
Yao says throw into Mante. He gets the cross in. Pushing, spotted by referee Osman Moro. Free kick for Medeama, and Salim disagrees. Surprised about the decision.
That's Rich Saki not so happy, yeah. And I don't know, since he came on, it's not really been, smooth for them. We saw him grappling to find his footing before that goal was scored, and that was it again. You could see Rich Saki right in the fringe there. Slips there, no chance at all. And every time they concede, you just look at the defenders, and it's just down to an awful defender. And yeah, they'll be doing it for him. Obviously, they just have to do it for him.
"70 minutes at the Golden City Park in Berekum. Chelsea 2, Medeama 1. All to play for in the remaining 20 minutes. If the results in BBN stay same as Gold Stars cruise to that 2-0 win, and Medeama unable to equalize and even go on to win this game, their 5-point lead will be cut to 2, leading into match day 32 this weekend. The play against Holy Stars and Gold Stars will not be playing because Oho United are no more in the Premier League. Interesting times ahead.
Nervy times, very nervy times that I don't know, but you just don't write scripts like this.
Nkrumah, he invited the tackle, he wanted the foul, and Imoro Osman, the referee, has just given it.
Yeah, and that's why someone Bueno is fuming at this time. It happened right before him, right before Osman as well. And, to Bueno, that's no foul at all, but you can see, right, he was impeded there. And whenever you're dealing with Calvin Nkrumah, it's either you win it fair and square or you foul him.
Medeama coming up with 2 substitutions. Emmanuel Owusu and Prince Owusu coming in to replace Yao Osei and Kelvin Nkrumah. Nkrumah scored the opening goal for Medeama. That goal seemed to have charged the Chelsea guys to turn up the heat on Medeama. Decent game for Nkrumah.
Not a bad game for the young chap.
Salim. Wayward effort from Salim. Salim Adams. So now let's get to the clarification of the number of goals Salim has scored this season. He scored 11 goals actually, but a lot of portals credited him with 12 goals because on that match day 1 fixture against Nations FC, Abdul Salam's goal was credited to him. They went on to win that game 2-1 after Emmanuel also had scored. But actually Salim has scored twice against Gold Stars, once against Chelsea, once against us, twice against Vision, twice against Kotoko, 1 against Wonders, 1 against Bechim, 1 against Adriana, making it 11 goals for Salim Adams this season.
That's still an awful lot for a central midfielder.
Here is Salim. Effort is straight to Oforienchi.
And you're expecting, if you're Ibrahim Tanko, you're expecting that moment of magic again. What we saw in the 11th minute in this game where he just had to, carve open the Chelsea defense with one lovely pass. We've not really seen that again.
Anani was a bit off color before that move ending that assist for the Chelsea second goal. He was about to be substituted by Buedu, but he was left in the game because he made that move. But here comes Medeama. Emmanuel Owusu can't pick out Prince Owusu. Abedu finds Augustine Hene. Hene finds Tinedu. Amu Mensah will take possession from Tinedu. Now Salim drives one from a distance onto the head of Ewa Mensah. And it's Oxbourne who got the final header, but Oforienchi can keep that one. It's a corner to Medeama.
Yeah, at least that shot ends there with corner kick. It was from a distance here, right inside the center circle. He shoots that. He knows he has it, but you just question why they're not able to move the ball forward. It's been so difficult for them to advance the ball in the second half. We've not seen quite a lot, in their offensive third for Medeama, and perhaps that's why we've seen Salim shooting the balls from such long distances.
Corner for Medeama. Prince Owusu to take it for the mauve and yellow. Prince Owusu bends one in. It's dicey, but it's punched away by Oforienchi. Here is Salim Adams. Manuel Mante. Good ball to Prince Owusu. He's got Tinedu to beat. He turns and shoots. And it goes way over the bar for a goal kick. 75 minutes. Chelsea 2, Medeama 1.
And that's why they brought him in, Prince Owusu. Again, an off-the-ball incident there. But just look at the way you have numbers at the back for Berekum Chelsea. At this point, they know that they have to defend with every single Berekum Chelsea player. And, that's even making it more daunting for Medeama Sporting Club to break them down. There are numbers everywhere. They are doubling up on every single Medeama attacker. And at that point, you don't even think Prince Owusu had very little space to finesse that one. There was nowhere he was going to get a clean hit or even just dive that one on target.
Vision FC have pulled one back. In Wenchi is Young Apostles 2, Vision 1. It's 2 goalless at the Accra Sports Stadium between Azabok and Karela. But look at that pass from Salim. Defense splitting. Lovely control by Nkrumah and a composed finish from the winger.
Yeah, and that was the second one as well. Well worked goal. They took their time. They had to do it right. And just look at that ball, to find Jonah Tukwe at the far post. It does well to hang on. But then it was the finish for me. So, yeah, he had to make up for that awful first touch with a lovely finish.
Chelsea coming up with 2 substitutions. Vincent Klu Ejay and Richard Osei will go in for Anane. And then Samuel Tinedu. Anane will get a standing ovation and a round of applause from the fans.
He's worked themselves off.
He has.
He's really been a bull, down the line for Berekum Chelsea. He's played with so much energy and speed.
Here is Vincent Klu Ejay, very skillful. He shoots into Mante. Kennedy Mensah's cross. Header again. It's a brilliant save by Felix Che. Jonah Tukwe nearly handing Chelsea the third goal, but for the sharp reflexes of Felix Che, it would have been 3-1. Good cross from Mensah. Lovely header by Atukwe.
Yeah, but he does well to get in front of the defender. He knows he's diminutive. Just look at that. And that was some lazy defending by Mubarak. Just unaware of who is just lurking around. And it was, you look at the height advantage, and Jonah Tukwe doesn't have it, but he shows so much desire to win it. And just from the blind side of Mubarak. I think Che does well there. Does so well.
Owusu's delivery is a poor cross from Marvin Owusu. Medeama 56 points, 15 wins, 11 draws and 4 defeats. They've now scored 44 goals and conceded 22, Medeama. In 14 away games, Medeama have won 4 times and drawn 7 times. They've suffered just 3 defeats away. With 11 more minutes to go, their 4th away defeat is staring at them. Oh, we saw the through pass, but can't get to Salam. Too much on it. No precision on that ball for Salam.
Yeah, but it's the awareness to close it down, to close down the space. So quick by the Chelsea defense. Now they are sniffing for any sign of danger just to react to.
Sake. Now Abedu. Augustin Henne. Kennedy Mensah. Abubakar Saidu. Late to the ball. Final touch of Abu Mensah. 80 minutes, 10 more minutes to go. Chelsea leading Medeama 2-1 here in this high stakes encounter at the Golden City Park.
And for Medeama, they'll be looking at this game and feeling, we've not done enough. We've just not punched above our weight. Yeah, but you also give credit to the Chelsea team for how they set up, how they played it. It's all about the mindset, knowing that we don't want to go down. There's a side that's tasted glory in this league about a decade before, and they understand what it means to play amongst the elite at the stage. They've done everything right in this game, and if you're a fan of Berekum Chelsea, you do nothing but off your heart off, to these boys, and you ask them to repeat this in the next home game again, because they will want certainly more of the same.
Jonah Tukwe scored in that 2-1 win over Hearts of Lions. Give them maximum points. Will this goal hand Chelsea maximum points with some 8 more minutes to go here from the Golden City Park? "13 wins for Medeama, 13 wins for Chelsea, 6 draws, 30 goals scored by Medeama, in 32 scored by Chelsea in their overall meetings." Too close to call between these two.
It is. It's too tight. Then it comes down to the fine margins now to separate them. But I think for Coach Samuel Bwedu, perhaps he could have a good sleep in a long time. Today with that tactical masterclass, where he's been able to outwit the position manager, with his subs and everything, how this team has played.
Ewa Mensah with the clearance away. Now Jonah Tukwe controls, but Mubarak Yusuf will allow his goalkeeper, Felix Che, to come out for it. Mubarak accidentally bumped into Atukwe. Nothing deliberate in there by Mubarak Yusuf.
It's so hard to judge when both players are in motion, especially accelerating at this point. You could see what Jonah Tukwe was trying to do. He knows he would accelerate faster. It was just Mubarak putting his body in the way a bit. Knowing that if Jonah Tukwe should go past him, then it could be trouble. But you feel Che was also there on alert to just deal with that one, just collect it.
Apostles extend their lead as 3-1 in Wenchi. Jacob Mensah. Vincent Klueje. He's so difficult to deal with. When he's in his elements, he's unplayable.
Yeah, it looks like he's gradually just warming himself into it. And at that point, he just didn't even hear the whistle go. You know, and he's one of the players who was so quick, lightning fast, that you know he accelerates at a very, very fast pace as well. You can see a tired Sulemana coming up against a very fresh, you know, Clue Ajay.
Oforienchi's delivery, aiming at Abubakar Saidu. Amu Mensah wins it for Salim, who finds Iman No Owusu. Owusu and Hine in some very nasty exchanges. Not sure if we saw any of that.
No, not at all. And it's just similar to what we saw between Mubarak and then also Jonah Tupi. Just look at that, both players, and that's a bit nasty by, you know, Prince Owusu. They're just trying to hit the player, but yeah, it starts there. And just look at that. No, come on. No, that's just wrong. That's just so wrong. And on sportsmanlike from Emmanuel Owusu, we just try to hit him, and
highly unacceptable. The referee sees it. From what I've seen, he certainly gets into the books.
Yeah, of course, and you know that you would always need the benefit of the replay to see that. But I think Emmanuel Owusu should know better. He should be doing better.
Kelvin and Chroma stepping up for Medeama for that opener. But Chelsea, they were piling pressure in. At this point, Jonah Atukwe knew he couldn't score. It was only a cutback that could do. Poor first touch, but it aided him into a very good finish. Anani did great with this ball. Jonah Atukwe took his time on his left foot. Felix Che can only look on.
Yeah, and for a moment, that was allowing it to bounce right in front of Jonah Atukwe would punish you, you know, from that distance.
Media Sports.
Substitution: Marvin Owusu and Abubakar Saidu out for William Bediako and Kofi Amuzu Johnson. So Johnson in for Abubakar. Score off that very, very important equalizer. Salim shoots and it flies away, way over the bar.
It's like about the fifth time we've seen him shoot from that range, and none of these shots they'll have managed to even test Eric Oforian train post for Berekum Chelsea this afternoon. Just not his day, and you know, he summed it up collectively, and I don't think they've done enough. Maybe they'll be looking at this game and feel, yeah, we didn't really do much, because it looks like Berekum Chelsea wanted it more than Medeama did.
"87 minutes. Slice showers already pouring down in Berekum. Richard Osei's delivery. William Bediako. He puts it behind Abedu, and it's left for Prince Owusu to chase. Owusu goes down from the challenge of Bediako. He needed to track back because he had given the ball away, Bediako William.
At this point, you don't care how you bring down that player, you just have to bring him down. And that's what he does.
Abedu beats with Saki to it, and he's fouled by Saki. Free kick for Chelsea.
And interesting to note that advanced role for Saki. He's just bumping forward. Now, we're thinking he would be, lined up in between Mubarak and then also Amumensa, but he's being given an advanced role. A bit defensively. We've seen him adding up to the numbers as Medeama desperately search for the equalizer. Berekum Chelsea will next host Dreams FC here at the Golden City Park on match day 2032. And Medeama will be away to Holy Stars. Jacob Amumensa. Clever play to Mante. Back to Mensa. Gives the ball away cheaply. William Bediako. Hansen shows 5 minutes of additional time. Johnson's effort is straight to Che. That was a bad effort from Johnson. That first ball to him just didn't really go the way he had wanted. He had to bring that one back into play. But that was a low, feeble shot.
Media Sports Top 5. Our GSP1.
The game.
Free kick taken. Sulemana heads it down. Here is Chloe J. He wants to take on Sulemana. Shows confidence, but heavy touch on that ball. We're into the first minutes of the 5 additional minutes. Jonah Tukwe for Chelsea. He shoots from a distance. He takes the deflection of Saki and in the corner. Chelsea in the groove.
Yeah, and that's all down to the fact that Medeama Sporting Club are just gifting them too many balls, too many errors, trying to play that ball infield. It just lands to Jonah Tukwe. Just decides to hit that one from a distance. And he nearly benefited from that, wicked deflection.
Jonah Tukwe swings in the corner, hooked away by Mubarak. Oxbourne. Johnson. Now Atukwe. Abedu. Medeama in possession now. Emmanuel Owusu with a poor pass. It's stopped by Oxbourne. Gives it away, but Salim with a poor touch. Now Mante to Owusu. Mante. They hand possession to William Bediako. Free kick for Chelsea. Oforienchi's ball in. We've done 3 minutes of the additional 5. We're into the final 2 minutes. Anywhere will do for Gaston Hene.
Yeah, since getting that yellow card, he's really been disciplined. Afterwards, he's really played so well. His partnership with Tine Duet. Interestingly, they've picked some interesting battles.
Felix Che called to action, but the danger it's not completely out for Medeama. Here is Chloe J. Now Salim, poor board looking for Salam.
No, and Chelsea should be 3-1 up. No, by the quality of chances that they've created, and we're dealing with advanced statistics that you'll be talking about the XG being more than 3 in this game. Seen some decent chances for the, to the attackers, and a 2-1, yeah, it's a win nonetheless. But I think if they had been clinical in front of goal, we should be looking at a 3-1, 4-1 scoreline in this game.
Final seconds of stoppage time. Medeama pushing for a late equalizer. Prince Owusu, Emmanuel Owusu, Rich Saki. Saki sends in a cross away by Oxbourne. Here is William Bediako, and referee Imoro Osman brings proceedings to an end here at the Golden City Park. The final whistle being greeted with so much excitement by the home faithful here. The Breebies back to winning ways. Survival chances very much alive. They came from a goal down after Kelvin and Nkrumah had put Medeama ahead. Saidu Abubakar grabbed the equalizer before the break. And back from recess, Jonah Atukwe got the much-needed winner that hands Chelsea 3 maximum and precious points as an aim to keep their status in the Premier League. For Medeama, what this means is that their 5-point lead at the summit has been cut to 2 going into the round of 32 matches. It's full-time here at the Golden City Park in Berekum. Berekum Chelsea 2, Medeama Sporting Club 1.
Okay, yakopie mu ewo Berekum Golden City Park na enya senketwa. Berekum Chelsea ehye mienu ama team a friend Medeama etie kan bako. Other league Venice matches na dodo na aba ne wiye enti yebehwe na yakwakohwe se de eho ensensem esitie na mom the good news Edema baby any for and so they say baby any Gold Stars ehye 2 FC Samates aintimi antie kan ba kokora nti si ano gab no ababe 3 gab no ababe 3 Medeama eda so dikan with 56 points and Medeama for womo ewo sisi mesremo meba Medeama of 56 points. Afei baby any Gold Stars out also 2. Gold Stars also 2. Mesremo wo 54 points. 54 points. And 56 points. Different 3. And the same league in Ababe, T National Sumame. Baby any Gold Stars. I was 3 matches about 2 free 11 Wonders and Hoho United into 6 points free the mano the game tough at the mano Dreams FC saying it yet into Siciano all the 6 points ebeka 54 no one obeko 60 points obeje league na ejina one Dreams FC game no so meba me ya de kitwe bi Medeama me show Medeama chances meba ojina so ma me meba ko ba bia na me ka me ho ana maka me wade ase Medeama elusu nde enti kan 3 games only Holy Stars bebo ewo Holy Fo Chrome ene Holy Fo eni agro ene omabobo pa omadinkunim inti Medeama be ko Holy Stars the next game omo na ebo o sa setachima ho omo na ekobo I Medeama rebel heart of life. Inti Medeama games no me and Sunny Nina tough. As I last, or ne a had to book about crash post. Inti Medeama will play 2 away matches, which they are very tough at the manor. 2 strong away matches, Holy Stars and Accra Hasselhoff. The only match here, a home one, is tough at the money Heart of Lions, as compared to Baby Go Stars. Won 3 matches I can na back up a Dreams FC away. 2 na kano Hoho United 11 wonders a Dandel a 6 points confirmed. 6 points confirmed. However, Dreams FC game or 63 points and a Medeama Benya. Medeama nya 63 points. Sorry, Baby Go Stars nya 63 points or league no. Mo be another. So she Dreams FC awaji league no. The ratio I just say Medeama ebesha had to folk. Medeama besha Holy Stars no. 40-60. Holy Stars against Medeama 40-60. Medeama best will be draw. And as I just omutria pa. Say is that omutria. We try the table or utria and fall. Many abre, Mr. Momo mask screening yakes na me cancer mum. The ratio 10 year Medeama and Holy Stars, Medeama besha Holy Stars war omukrom one mono 40%. I just omutria. The ratio Medeama and has to folk, but say I needed a many about draw. The next game, a jack. Oh, on over Medeama no say Lusua. It's a league, so almost person almost also 3. Neja omunya sika 800 as I say 800 on. It also trouble 800,000 Ghana. Just kakitwa. What do I say? Inti Go Stars ni games na can muda house Medeama. Medeama de any tough. I see Go Stars. Go Stars na for bakupe. Bakupe osha waji league no. Amenya ade bi wa. So oni baby any goes oni Dreams FC bo. Na se omobo draw. Obo draw. Oba benya 61 points. Table corner so na Medeama for and Medeama lose 60 they say 56 points na no. Oni Holy Stars na fan draw. Probability say Medeama ko kweshe Holy Stars. I just say Medeama omo bi omo nsem. I say omo bi omo nsem pa. Sunday na beko so omo bi omo nsem emfa. Nti ma fan draw This is the aka kon de wo cash a obenya points. My fan draw. Medeama Holy Stars, my fan draw. Because Holy Stars, share Medeama per no one waka league no. Nti my fan draw. Men can't question my fan draw. Medeama, any Heart of Lions game, no, wa fan 3 points. Nti when you say 4 points. Heart of Folk, any Medeama, they decided the last day, Medeama will sika obeje, only sika obe fan draw. Our class posted, then one na league in we no, when you 5 points. 5.5 ne 56 points now on. When you're saying 61. Before, me my baby kaka say Medeama benya 61 points. Do benya more than 61 points, but the league will be between the 61 points at the league, you know. However, 61 only everyone say Medeama benya 6. Shedema, you know. These favors Medeama, at least Medeama. They might favor. But say Nyankopon ye na dom no kwhye Holy Stars na che hallelujah watwim na say okọ ene one has game no na anwene ho kra na che say okọ medimu si na me adore ba beto ase fam say Martin Ghana Premier League match day 30 ena medi ho amane bo e de ebremo no e de besia ade asan ye papa nti e bi de sia say ne ya hwe resource no share resource no bia Holy Stars share Diana Stars kaba akwa Diana 90 man Jazz Book any Carolina Itekoti 0-0 Heart of Lions and so my nations FC ko share na kaba akwa mo 90 man Gold Stars share mienu Samatas 80 man te bebe Berekum Chelsea share mienu ama Medeama and so eti ekanomu ebaako medi dwumadi ni besi Erade adoma obesan ate menka eda foforo Yankopon hyira enka obia meda mo nyina mwase Mr. Unyan subscribe ya na wa subscribe ma Unyan subscribe ya na wa subscribe ma kama na bibia so etimi akonka etimi edama ede dwuma de na si adom dun obesa atem ka nemum se da me kan league no Go Stars Eluko favorites so but just 3 points in a dormantum but in the 3 matches that can 2 full wafa 6 points wafa Osha dreams on funny homework in our good dreams Osha and one on G League Osha dreams our G League Osha dreams our G League and the tough game now Medeama game we're good and yet only Holy Stars oh no holy no holy no God say yeah, 2009 quite bad 47 43 points quite bad into mobile homework here on which matches are matching every holy phone is and they say is every Monday I don't know about that. Make a crocodile. The pub good night. Bye.